want me to pack your...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's race and broadcast. I am Tim Taylor. I'm joined with Mike Burns this evening. How you doing tonight, Mike?
I'm doing all right. Ready for some road course action here.
Yeah, it's been a while since we did a road course. Looking forward to the shenanigans here. Let me see here. Yeah, so we're Watkins Glen International, as we see already. Wilder, doesn't matter how good you are, it's going to be a tricky one. All right, how's the week starting off for you?
It's going pretty well. How about yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. Can't complain starting the week off with broadcasting. But let's get this bad boy started. We got 5 minutes left of practice. You want to try to get somebody up in here and see how they're feeling about the track?
Yeah, it doesn't matter who we get. Let's just, actually, let me look and see who's all in here. You want to try to get Mr. Carvalho in here?
Yeah, we can do that.
Let me see. I'll drag him up here 1 second. Mr. Carvalho, how we doing tonight, sir?
Hey, how are you guys?
Pretty good, pretty good. How you feeling about Watkins Glen here tonight?
Scared?
Scared? What are you scared of, man?
Oh man, it's like I cannot do 3 laps without crashing. So it's and this race is all about consistency. So we'll see if I can at least get to the 114s and keep it there. I might be able, to get good positions because I cannot fight with those guys doing 112s, 111, whatever they're doing now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But should be fun. Should be fun.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to it too. So, yeah, you're right. Should be fun.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a fun race. Hopefully, we all still here by the end of the race and we can keep racing. Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you towards the end of the race.
Thanks, sir. See you guys.
I feel like that's going to be a common denominator here tonight.
Yeah, yep, I believe so. Anybody in the chase? How much time we got? Get somebody that's in the chase up here and talk to us. You can pick the next person.
Why not the leader?
All right, let's do it.
Mr. Sean Wilder, how are you feeling there this evening?
What's up, man? I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
We're doing all right. We wanted to get one more. Got a late start, but at least wanted to talk to the playoff leader at the moment about how they feel about their track tonight.
The track is it's a little slippery. It's not too bad. 88-degree track temp is a little bit better than the practices we were doing. It was like around 90 something, but I feel pretty good. I mean, I think we're all going to be closer, the top 3 of us, and I bet Travis George is going to be up there with us pretty soon. So at least nobody's blowing my doors off. I'm happy for that.
Keep it in a straight line. I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, I think consistency is going to be the biggest thing. Is like, I mean, yeah, we can put down 11.5 second lap or whatever, but like doing it over and over is difficult, and just minimizing the mistakes is probably going to be crucial. So,
Right. All right. Well, good luck, and we will gonna get some things worked out up here and get you ready for qualifying.
all right, thanks, guys.
Yes, sir. All right. Yep. Even more interesting. I think like it's gonna be a pretty decent one. We're gonna take a quick break, real quick, and we'll get back to you here for qualifying. All right, qualifying is underway here. As first on the board is going to be Travis George.
Look how he goes to those S's. That was pretty impressive.
They call that the bus stop
I don't know. It looks like an S to me.
or the chicane, whatever they call it. Bus stop, chicane. It's definitely some S's. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how Travis does tonight because he's been putting on a pretty good show lately. See how he fares coming around for that first lap. And just like Carvalho said, 111.
Looks like you got a little loose on that one.
Yeah, let's take a look at day off here. While these guys are qualifying, I'll put up the playoffs here on the screen. Sorry about that. So we're gonna have Sean Wilder, William Kern in second, Bobby Grady in there in third, Bryce Tucker and Brandon Dayhoff. That's what I want to take a look at. Brandon Dayhoff there. It's in 12 points above the cut line. We'll take a look back at that here in a second.
Here comes Dayhoff through the bus stop, as you called it.
Dayhoff seems like he's doing pretty well. Who hasn't? Just look at him real quick. Not looking too good for Miller. Fit of frustration there. I don't blame him. As Tucker comes across for his, looking at currently sitting in P4. Wilder seems to be the only one out there getting some laps in. This might be his last one here. And there's Wilder. Let's see if he improved that time, and he sure enough did, up there into the pole position. I don't think Don Miller has a chance unless he has one lap left to improve. Yeah, Wilder was right. The track does look pretty slick. We got Nava finally making his way out here. Let's see how Nava does. I know you're a fan of Nava, right, Mike?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I know he's been into some bad luck. I mean, it seems like he gets the worst end of the stick the last few races, maybe 5, 6 races we've done. I hope to see him finish pretty good here, though.
And I don't remember how he did on the last road course that we held. But hoping he can show out here tonight at Watkins Glen. I mean, it's a pretty common track. I mean, it's in almost every racing game, you know, out there. So everybody should know the corners and, you know, entries and exits and all that stuff. So
Yeah, I'll be quite honest with you. This will be one track I don't run. Any road course, I'm not a fan of them.
now we're getting a little sideways there
Yeah.
into the wall.
Oh yeah.
And I tell you what, one thing that did help me improve not just ovals, but also just like with the setup that I just got. Is I just once I got it, I took that whole week to just strictly do like road courses, and I feel like it's been one of the main things that helped me too. And I feel like a lot of people are intimidated by road courses, but once you get in there, take it slow, kind of get a feel for where the corners are. Like, eventually, you can just gun it through there, and you know, not so intimidating after.
Oh yeah.
So it looks like that is going to be it for qualifying. And right there on the top left of your screen is going to be the gridding positions there. So we'll go over that once these guys get into the grid. We're going to take another quick break here while all these guys get situated and probably use the restroom, grab a drink and everything. Driver meeting, all that fancy fun stuff before.
Let me before you go, let me get it. Can you pull Kernan in here? I want to get a little quick interview with him
Yeah, of course.
because he's sitting what, top 3?
William Kern, welcome to the broadcast booth tonight, sir.
What's up, gentlemen?
First time for the evening.
We'll see. It's a tough track. It's actually kind of slick out there. These cars don't like them rumble strips either. The Glen is considered the super speedway of road courses for NASCAR, so a lot can happen, especially up through the S's. Somebody gets turned or anything up through there, it causes a big traffic jam, and there's nowhere to go. So anything can happen tonight. I'm going to be starting outside pole. We'll see where I can take it from there.
Yeah, what's your game plan going into this? I know you're a little bit behind in points. Just curious what your game plan is going into this race here, especially it being a road course and everything.
Oh, buddy, I'm not behind in points. I'm in the leading points. What you saying?
Are you? I thought it was. Oh man, I thought Wilder was leading in points. Sorry.
No, man, I'm in the lead. No, it's
Okay.
so my main goal tonight is just to keep it on track, try to keep it straight. Just try to come home with the top 5. Anything better than that, I'm happy with. We got kind of a small group out here tonight, unfortunately, but again, I mean, I'm here, and I think that's all I really needed was just to be here to lock in myself for the next was it the round of 8, I believe. So.
Yep, this is the last round of the 12, so those bottom 4 guys that you guys see on screen are going to be out. So I feel like you're sitting pretty up there, Kern. So
Yeah, I feel like like I said, I'm pretty comfortable with it. Again, trying to keep it on track and everything. Like I said, it's pretty slick out there tonight, so I gotta watch out my mirror a lot tonight, make sure nobody's overdriving corners and slams in the back of me. So.
all right, well, we'll get you down to pit road. I see some guys are starting to grid up, so good luck tonight, and we will be possibly speaking to you later.
Yeah, thanks, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. So I guess the playoff points you guys see there are, I think it was Wilder has that win, so he's technically, he's up there, but he may not be first in points. So that's probably what it was.
Yeah, I was a little confused.
After some technical difficulties, we get back to Watkins Glen with about 20 laps left in the Gen 6 final race for the playoff round of 12.
All right, we're back. Episode 3, tonight's race here at Watkins Glen International. A lot of things have changed. A lot of things have not changed. My internet connection has not changed. But current leader is KT McCann out there. With 20 laps to go, we figured we'd roll with the punches and do the best we can and give you guys the rest of this race tonight.
Yep.
Alright, let's, with plenty of time left before things start to get a little bit dicey, we're going to go over the playoff positions here on screen. So, we're looking at Don Miller, Matthew Chase, KT McCann, Chris Weiger is out tonight. So, we're looking at, Chase and KT McCann. KT McCann sitting pretty good with the points that he needs to stay in this race and advance to the round of 8 next week. So we keep looking forward to KT McCann staying up top. But Travis George is also one of the guys who's sitting currently a lap back, right just above that cut line. So a lot of things are going to change. Points-wise, race-wise, we still got plenty of race left to go, and we are going to run through the field here. Looks like Dayhoff once again for the 3rd time takes a spin. Let's check and see how detrimental that was. If it's too bad, I think he might be calling it a night. He's already had one incident, and there it went. That was it. Engine them just
The
grenaded
engine
there.
blew on that one, Tim.
Yep. But I was hoping to talk to Dayhoff about that. You know, that scheme that he's running tonight there. Shout out to Charlie. I know we didn't get that called on episode 2 of the race tonight, but RIP to the late Charlie Kirk there.
Yeah, prayers out to his family and loved ones.
And there went the motor. Sure if that's a sign, but we'll keep on racing for now as these guys go through. I'm calling it the bus stop. And Hapik also one of the guys who needs the not as much as everybody else, but he is sitting pretty even there in points. So I mean, with the way these bottom guys, no, I wouldn't say the bottom guys, but the guys under the cut line are racing tonight, you know, he's gonna actually have to show out so he can secure himself to the round of 8 next week, and that's in Chicagoland, by the way. So that's a fun track.
Yeah, I think we raced that one not too long ago there.
Matthew Chase in the 6th spot. Chase is currently down underneath the cut line by 7 points, so considering his finish as well, his playoff dreams might be dwindling away with each lap.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. He's one of the better drivers here in the Gen 6.
Agreed. Now my question here is pit strategy. So looks like most of these guys already pit. Chase looks like he just came out of the pit a lap or 2 ago, but remember that pit, you know, they got around 9 laps that they're going to be able to run before they're going to need to come in and get I'm going to go with tires here. I think they might be okay on fuel unless they change the fuel to something lower, but Chase looks like he's moving along pretty good here later in the race.
Yeah, I'm just curious how much tires really do actually help you on a course like this.
You know what? I haven't ran road courses with this car, with the oval cars or NASCAR enough to actually to know. You know, I've done officials, and you know they give you like 200% tire, so. But I'm sure with you know, you can't just take 2 rights. You know.
Yeah, you probably just have to take all 4s, you know, here, I guess. I don't know. I've never really ran a road course, so not too sure.
You didn't do Kansas beginning of the season for ARCA?
No, that was one of my provisionals.
Ah, you pulled a Carvalho there.
I
Huh?
actually
At least he showed up.
I spotted you on that race.
Oh, yeah, let's not talk about Kansas.
Yeah.
We'll revisit the oval tomorrow. We got William Kern out to a pretty healthy lead in front of that second place driver.
Yeah, there's about what? So there's 14 to go, and he's got a 30-second lead on everybody.
So he might be
30 plus.
pretty. Yeah, depends on what happens to Kern. You know, sometimes he is the wizard. You know, he makes things happen, but I mean sometimes he does. I mean he is human. He makes mistakes as well. So
Yeah, I mean, he can pit. With 9 to go. I mean, if he can make it that far, he can pit with 9 to go and still probably win this race. He's got such a commanding lead right now.
yep. Yes, sir. Looks like Sean Wilder is still trying to, save his butt here, for lack of better terms. Trying to stay on that lead lap with Kern chasing him down. We haven't talked much about Daniel Everly tonight. He's actually been pretty steady up front, so pretty impressive race tonight by him.
Yeah, but he's been. The past. Let's be honest. Like the past 3-4 races, he's been up front. Most of those races.
Yeah, I agree there. As he comes into the pits. Not sure all who stayed out. Looks like Hapik jumped into the pit. We're gonna wave a day off as he goes by. Chase really looks like he's got this track down. It's just those few, minor things. If you're not really locked in, that can kind of, send you sliding towards the outside or into the grass like he did a couple laps before.
Yep.
I mean, he's looking pretty dang good.
Yeah, we didn't get to ask each other who we thought was going to win either before this whole fiasco.
Yeah, I was thinking about that once we started the episode 1, but I was preoccupied, and I didn't really want to put myself in that position again because I did that last week and it never really works out.
Yeah.
But I think I'm pretty sure you had Carvalho. I know you love picking Carvalho.
Yeah. Yep. He just seems to get some bad luck here and there.
And I was actually going to pick Matthew Chase if you wanted me to be honest with you, because the race he had last week, I know he was kicking himself, so he really needed to come out tonight, and I knew he was going to put down and make some moves, so that was going to be mine for tonight. So it looks like we got a battle for 3 and 4 with Carvalho and Chase.
Yeah, I hope Carvalho gets in there.
Wilder looks to be coming down pit road, following Don Miller. And I feel like that's going to be the last pit for these guys here. Let's see who else needs to jump into pits. Looks like Kern. Kern's going to need to come down soon. Wilder, I think he just, and somebody's car just grenaded out again.
Oh wow. Who was it?
It looks to be, let me get this out of the way. It looks to be Bobby Grady. I'm not sure if that's what that was, but we'll take a look and see really quick. And there, well, I'm not sure what that one was, but it looks like I don't know if he downshifted a little bit too much coming into that turn or what, but let's jump into the cockpit and see. And who knows what happened. Maybe we should pull Grady in here, and
Yeah.
he almost gets smacked by Carvalho as he flies by. His teammate Bryce Tucker still out there holding it down for the regulators. Alright, let me see if I can bother Grady for a second. Hey, Bobby Grady, sorry for the interruption. We're going to bring you up to the broadcast booth. I see you got a little bit of engine trouble there.
Yeah, I shifted two down to it. The whole race was screwed from the get-go. I couldn't even start. It wouldn't let me go. I had to go in the pits. Wouldn't let me go. Then change tires and it let me go. So I don't know.
Well, plenty of race left, so we'll get you back out there. I didn't know you had that fast repair left, so good luck. I'm sorry about that.
Oh yeah. Oh no, it's fine.
Alrighty, we'll talk to you soon, hopefully.
All right, guys.
Didn't know he still had that fast repair. That's my apologies. Well, Bobby Grady's still out on track, so that's good news. I like watching Bobby race. But I called
Good old
it.
staff.
Yeah, I called it. He did downshift a little bit too much. All right, let's get back to what we were talking about before we got distracted by that engine trouble from Bobby Grady. So it looks to me like all these guys, besides KT, I don't know if KT is going to be able to make it 8 more laps on those tires and fuel.
Who is that?
KT McCann. He pitted seven laps ago, so
I have to come in. Actually, what kind of soon? Maybe right now or the next time around.
I mean, I feel like if he can, he's got a pretty decent lead on Sean Happick, so he might be able to limp it to the finish line unless he has to stop and get fuel. William Kern out there doing his thing as usual.
Yeah, I think he's going to run away with this. Man, I don't think there's any catching him.
Oh, and there goes Chase. Matthew Chase. Not sure what happened there. We'll take a look back at it, but he seems to not have too much damage to the car. Not sure if he has any tire damage. Let's take a look real
Yeah,
quick
looks
to
like he might be
see
coasting around here.
see what actually happened here with him. A little bit too much throttle, look like. Uh, yep, that's what it was. You can hear those RPMs rev up, and he just starts sliding away. Not sure if me getting a hold of the internet company while we were getting everything booted back up worked, but they must have fixed it because we're not having any issues. I'm back running at 200 frames a second.
There we go. We're on it now, man.
Bryce Tucker is the leader of the lap down crew. That's not offensive, is it?
Nope.
Carvalho in 5th place, rounding out the guys on the lead lap. He's been doing an excellent job tonight, so I'm impressed. I mean, maybe that that pre-race, interview got a little confidence boost for him.
Yep.
Daniel Everly still holding his spot down there in the top 5, which we've said this before. He's been up there pretty much all race, so nice, consistent race from him this evening. So yeah, it's awesome. As I saved that one, could have been a little bit could have been a little scary. And the 52 Sean Happick also with the race that he needed tonight to solidify his advancement into the round of 8 next week in Chicagoland. KT McCann with a race that he absolutely deserved. If he can keep this up, he's going to be one excited person in the post-race interviews for sure.
With 4 to go, how far back is he?
41 seconds, so almost looks to be maybe a half lap. And then no mention needed, the guy who's currently out in front, the wizard, William Kern. Carvalho, unfortunately not in the chase for the playoffs, but what a heck of a run tonight that Carvalho has had. You're going to be excited to talk to him if he holds this one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. He was a little nervous coming into this race, but I'm just glad to see him up there, man. And
he's not actually too far behind KT. He's got a 19 seconds to catch up to KT, but 3 laps. I mean, you you hit those apexes and exits, and you should you can do it.
Yeah, the thing is he gaining any at all right now though?
Doesn't look like he's gaining. He might have fell back a couple seconds, so I mean, maybe he might be comfortable with that third spot, or maybe he's having a little bit of tire wear issues or whatnot. Speculation.
Yeah, I think this might be his first podium with us.
I believe it is. So we have 3 guys currently on the lead lap.
Yeah, with these, you know, with no cautions, it's hard, especially if you spin out. You know, you have to tow, or you know, anything happens in these kind of races. It's just unfortunate that there honestly is just no catching up unless something happens to the guys in front of you.
Yep. The white flag comes out for the 31. And here he comes. Probably one of the fastest laps that have been ran tonight. Let's get this thing over and send her on home.
Definitely, I think it's one of the quickest races we've been a part of up here in the booth.
Oh, it seemed like it took forever with everything going on my end, but so you got William Kern takes home the win here at Watkins Glen. KT McCann's going to come in for the second place finish if he can hold it down around this last turn. And he's probably giving a sigh of relief there coming across that finish line. The points that he needed to jump up to contention here for the playoffs. We got Carvalho. One last turn for him. And I bet he is radiating with confidence right now after that.
Not even in a playoff position and still finishes on the podium.
Incident there with
It's like Tucker got around there. I think he was a lap ahead of Happy though, so it really didn't mean much.
Yep. So I believe this might be the results for the race tonight.
Kern, just you already got. Well, who has our burnout of the year? Was that Drew?
I think you gave it to Drew. All right, ladies and gentlemen,
He either
that's
just turned the car off or sold it out.
yeah, he cut it off. He's ready. He's gonna kick kick a rugby ball in the stands or something. All right, let's see if these guys will notice that we actually have a broadcast going on the side.
So if they want to rewatch, the last 23 laps or so, how many ever laps it was, they can head over to the YouTube or the Twitch.
Yeah.
I think I'm just ready to go rusting, but I ain't gonna lie to you.
Wait for Carvalho to find his way up to the waiting room.
Man, I'll be honest. I'm not sure if he knows to go to the waiting room. We ain't seen him up in the man.
I will go
I'll
down
tell you
there
what. I want
and
to give a yeah. I got to give a big shout out real quick, Tim. I got to shout out the Watkins Glen, International here. They have such great food. The chewy ice, them beverages got the good ice. I just got to give a shout out, man. They got some good food here at the Watkins Glen.
well, be sure to find the concession stands next time I'm free. All right, so I think Carvalho is congratulations, Andre. Good race tonight. Well done. Let me
Where'd
get
he go?
myself situated. I don't think he's getting in here. Do you want to get KT McCann in here?
Yeah, are we sure? Did Carvalho leave thinking he had to go somewhere else or something? Or?
Yeah, probably, but that's fine. I think he even left the team chat, so I'll just bring KT in here.
All right.
KT McCann, good racing there, sir. How you feeling after that?
Oh, I'm good. I wish it had worked out a little bit better, but like I said, I was telling Kern I was trying to build a tire offset during that race and pit stops, and just it didn't quite work out, but it was close.
Yeah, well, we were it was the points you needed. We figured you'd be a little bit more excited to. I think you might make it into the next round. I'm not sure if
That'd be
that's what
fun.
you're racing for, but
I'm racing because it's a blast. If I make the playoffs, I'll make the playoffs. If not, I'm gonna keep racing every week.
there you go. I like that. I mean, that's how I am. How was the track tonight? We didn't get to talk to you before it started.
That car and that track, it was really easy to buzz the rear tires going over the curb, so you had to be aware of that and burning off the right fronts going into, or the left fronts going into the carousel. And that's what several stops. I only took 2 tires or no tires, just trying to build, like I said, an offset.
Nice, nice. Well, it sounds like you knew what you were doing. I mean, more than I do, because I would have just got them all, and I'd probably be back there with the guys who were way down there. But awesome racing.
Last time we ran this track, I tried to save the whole time because it was so close, and I think I missed it by 2 laps. So I'm like, this time I'm not making that same mistake.
Well, you didn't, and it paid off. So it was nice to see you up front. And yeah, we had some issues over here, so we missed a little bit of the broadcast, but we're gonna get it over to you guys on the Discord.
All right. Well, thank y'all for everything y'all do, and we enjoy it.
Of course. You got anything you want to say?
Yeah, just thank y'all for the broadcast. Thank y'all for the league. Give us something to do on 2 nights a week. It's a blast.
Awesome. Well, thanks, KT. We'll catch up with you next week.
Yep,
Right,
and
thank
good
y'all.
luck if you did in advance. Good luck in the next round, sir.
Thank you very much. We'll see what happens.
All right, that was KT, man of few words, very humble. Love it.
Very humble, yes, sir.
Let's get William Curran in here. You know, Mike, 3, 2, 1, and it's yours.
William the Wizard Kern, how we feeling right now?
Second road course win of my career, both in one season. I'm feeling pretty good.
Nice. Well, that's two more than me. How'd you feel out there?
It felt great. Me and I think Travis ended up going off onto the rumble strips off of turn one. He got sideways right in front of me, and I ended up T-boning him. Got some pretty good damage there. Had a lot of catching up to do. I don't know what position I was in after that. It had to be towards the tail end of the field. I was driving the wheels off this thing, man.
Yeah, we noticed. I mean, you had such a big lead. At what point did you kind of, just kind of coast through the track? I don't know if there's any point for you that you do that, but was there any point that you did kind of coast through the track because you had such a big lead?
So the last pit stop, I was literally coasting because I barely even had enough fuel to do my burnout. So I wanted to make sure I had plenty, and I seen a lot of room behind me. No point in overrunning it, so I was letting off way early, even coasting into some corners. So
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I'm out of words, man. It seems like we speak to you at least every week we're up here, or whether it's one, two, or three. Man, it's just super impressive to watch you race, man, and man, just keep doing what you do. And I don't know if Tim has anything for you, but that's it for me.
I don't, man. It was just it was a good race. I hope you had fun. We had fun. We had you'll hear about it. We had some issues up here, but what's new?
yeah, 10-4. Yeah, I mean, this is my home track actually. I live less than an hour away from it. Been here plenty of times, so I was really hoping to win tonight. And like I said, me and Travis got into it a little bit there off of turn one, so I had to really throttle down. And I mean, I was drifting around some of them corners too. I was pushing it harder than what I wanted to. I was burning the tires off. I went through every set I had, so
Yeah, that means you got your money's worth.
I did. I absolutely did. Um, I appreciate you guys up there in the booth, man. Look forward to next week. We're down to our final 8. Luckily, I made that one, and I think we got some pretty good races coming up. What do we got next? I think it's
Chicagoland.
Chicagoland. That's going to be a super speedway type race, and then what's in the middle there? Dover, right?
I think you got Dover after that, and then
And
I'm not
just
sure the
just
next
hand
one.
just hand me the trophy now at Dover. Uh,
Oh, you
uh,
heard it here first.
yeah, and then we got I think Dega right after that, isn't it? Oh no,
Pass.
New Atlanta. It's New Atlanta.
New Atlanta. Yep.
Which it might as well be Dega. Um, but the last three races is what I'm really looking forward to. But yeah, Dover is that's my track, man. So I'll definitely be bringing it home in victory lane unless something happens. So
We're holding you to it.
Nice. Yep. And unfortunately, we had some mishaps with the broadcast. We do have some broadcasts we're probably going to be putting in the Discord. We had to actually move it over to Twitch just because we couldn't get back into the broadcast. But just keep looking for that because I'm sure you probably like rewatching races and whatnot.
I do. I like hearing you guys' voices, man.
Aw.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
No,
Yeah.
man,
Well,
you guys do great up there in the commentary, up there in the booth. Like I said, I used to run with me and Bryce Fontaine. We used to do broadcasting in trucks, and I know what it takes to do it, and you guys do a great job. So,
Awesome. I appreciate
hey,
it.
man, yeah, absolutely. You got any shout outs or anything before we let you go?
always, love the wife, love the kids. Appreciate them, rooting me on. Carter Racing Paints over on Trading Paints. He does all of my paint schemes. Pride and Trust Painting on the side, and then Shanko Diecast on the hood. And as always, I'd like to thank Sean Happick and all the admins for putting on a great league.
Awesome. One last
Yep.
question for you.
Sure.
Do you love us too?
Of course, man. While I'm racing, I root you guys on the whole time.
Nice.
All right. Well, we'll catch you next week. Yeah. Congratulations once again.
Thanks, gentlemen. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
You as well, man.
All right. Well, that's certainly going to shake a few things up here. Congratulations to William Kern. We'll put this playoff, this banner up on screen one more time. KT McCann, I'm not sure how they're going to run points, but looks like KT might slide up in round 12, even though he doesn't seem to care. So, but yeah, thanks for everyone stopping by. We got a little bit of racing for you, so we will get that figured out once again. I feel like just bad luck. That's just me all around. It's always surrounding me, but we're good. We got it. Yeah, so we're calling it a night, and we'll see you guys next week.
Adios.